Whoa.
Hello?
What? Yeah, I'm getting a lot of feedback.
What?
I'm getting like some noise. Is that me or you?
Oh, yeah, I have background noise, so I'll just mute myself when I'm not talking.
Oh, okay. What you got? Running water?
It's my washing machine.
Whoa, look at you. You got a whole washing machine? Man, you better watch out. Better not let Pink find out that you have a washing machine. He's going to have to go buy one. Or maybe she already has one.
Well, anyways, thank you for inviting me to your stream.
I'm sorry. Let me give you a formal introduction here. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Uh, I have here today Uh, somebody and hang on before I even get started because I'm kind of starting this a little bit more flat than I expected to. I thought we were gonna warm up to it, but I let the time pass by. I was like, oh crap, the time this one's gonna be time. Let me see here. First of all, anybody who knows the other verse, the name that shall not be named, should know who Tiffany is. But just in case you didn't, I'd like you guys to meet my new master. I am Darth Yeerry, and this is Grandmaster Darth Tiffany wears shirts.
Oh, I am nobody's master. If anything, I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf in these chats.
I might as well play into the lean into the already what they talked about because remember that whole thing with what was it, Tanya Z? We planned that. We definitely planned that.
Oh, lordy lord. I've explained this so many times. We did not plan that.
and and the thing is that like I don't know how anybody else goes on YouTube, but me, I not only have the things that I'm interested in, right? But I'm usually like surfing, like different channels and stuff like that. I just sub to a really smart channel like just recently, just because I think they're funny. And so I like sometimes I'll sub to people that maybe have like under 1,000, subscribers. Sometimes I'll sub to a million subscribed channel. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to subscribe to one day to the next. So if I have somebody that's in your community or in your sphere, as I like to say, I might just run into them eventually. Now, sometimes I'm paying attention for them, and I might run into them because I'll be like, "Hey, I heard such and such talking about that person," and I'll be like, "Okay, let me go in there." Or other times I'll be like, "Oh, I got exiled for no apparent reason. I guess I better find out who the other people are." And they've always appeared on my live stream, so that's what I did. And I found Tanya first. She was the first one to be there. Now, Tanya seems to stream a lot. Am I mistaken by that?
Yeah, Tanya streams pretty regularly. I wouldn't say she's part of the Elderverse, though.
Hello. Hello, 6:16 a.m. Are you here to torture me some more?
Oh,
Uh,
6:16 a.m. Let me just tell you, that's Dutchy, also known as Michael, and
oh, he's the one who set to come up here.
he has been obsessed with Shannon since before I even came on the scene.
Ooh.
So yeah, so he's gonna come in here and troll probably.
You pay now. I'm sorry, buddy, but I'm not obligated. It was a donation. Said it herself. I can't. I'm not obligated to, sir. Now I could probably say take your donation back and blah, 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 right. I could do that. I could do that, but I won't because Shannon's cost me too. So yeah.
Here's
Hey,
my
don't call me.
thing. Here's my
Don't
thing
call
with
me
you,
stepdad.
Yeerry. I don't
No.
see why they would villainize you for simply asking. You're not harassing them. You literally just asked a question. And they could have said no, but they made it into this big thing. That's what they do. They take a little thing and they blow it up out of proportion. And that's what they do with everybody.
Yep. But you see, honestly, I think it's a little bit more nefarious than that. I think that when when they get together, like when there's like a clear goal in mind, I think that it becomes more nefarious, and that I honestly think that it's like, like we're gonna wait for, a certain thing to happen, and then we can like rush to push this person out, because the truth is that like I literally was shocked by how everybody just became like so like offended that I would even dare to ask a question, like not in any kind of sneaky way, because first of all, I did it openly while we were on a panel. Because Pinky decided not to say anything about it. That's on her. I wasn't denying it. Then when I was told, "Hey, did you ask Pinky this or that?" I said, "Yes, I did."
Can I bring something up? Okay, so a while ago, I heard about this. Shannon came to your panel, to your stream, and I guess you were giving this other girl, I want to say her name is Guadalupe. You were
Yeah.
giving her attention, and she claims that you didn't even acknowledge her, which is not true, by the way, because you did acknowledge her, and you even put her comment on the screen. But what it is that she wasn't getting your attention, and she does this. She's done it to Q, and she'll go and she'll attack people because she's not getting the attention. So that's kind of where it started with your downfall, unfortunately.
That probably was it, and it does not help that you got Cap, who what he does is that he elevates everything by making himself a part of that victimhood. So like that same day when she was complaining that she didn't get my attention that day, Cap told her, "Yeah, I always go to his lives, and he never acknowledges me. He never says my name. He never says nothing about me. Oh, I go in there and I'm always saying hi." I'm like, "Dude, I've had you on panel. What are you talking about?" But because he said that, I literally had to go get a screenshot. I showed her that before she even got there, he was there early, and I acknowledged him. I put his comment up, and I said hi to him, talked to him, and then I look, Shannon, he's lying to you. What's going on here? And she's like, "Oh, well, I didn't see that," and well, that was it. And that was I was like, huh. I was like, okay, but at the time I was thinking, okay, well, maybe she's more easier to sway because she said she was having problems with Cap. I guess. But yeah, that's what that I thought. That's why I thought, like, okay, she's probably easier to sway right now because they're fighting or whatever. But then when the next thing happened and they were all like, rah, 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 like getting at me and stuff, I was just like, look, I asked a question. She said no. What seems to be the issue? Well, you have this reputation for going around. It's like, what reputation exactly are you talking about? I was like, okay, I have a situation with one person, and and I'm not even like, and I've said it multiple times, 100 times. That person is a mod here. They might even show up, but it's like that's like a personal thing between me and him. Now the people who got involved because they thought that I was had no intention to pay him back and this and that. And it's like, look, guys, it's not that I can't do anything if I'm in between jobs, if I'm like trying to fix things and I made a deal with him or whatever, I'm gonna honor the deal. You just gotta give me a little time. That's it. And I'm showing face. I haven't ran. I haven't disappeared. So just give me a second, I'll get it together. And for a while there I was, kind of got in between jobs again. And I have to reorganize with him. But he's not like, we're not like not speaking. We can talk at any time. We can organize at any time. And once everything's like clear, we can do that. It's not that egregious. And the thing is that like I'm not that egregiously poor either. The thing is that I just fell on some hard times just like anybody else would. I mean, just think about a time when you were like doing really, really bad and just things just happen consecutively. It's not like I decided, oh well, today I'm not gonna go to work and that's it. And then like I said, I'm gonna become a YouTube star. That's not what happened. I had a bunch of events that happened in my life, including some very personal, close deaths that got me into a really dark place, a deep depression. It's not an excuse for everybody, but that's what happened. And so, like, like I had to go through some stuff and I had to get my ass kicked a little bit, but you know what? I'm back. And the thing is that like I can't, like again, I can't say for that particular person how they feel about it or whatever. That's on them. I care about them a lot, and that's that person. But since that person, they really have to, like, there is nobody else out there that can say, hey, well, Jerry did the same thing to me. No way. And there are people who actually went out their way to look for that. Hey, what's up, Richard? I see you there, buddy. So yeah, that's that with that. And the thing is that, like, the problem that I had, and the problem that I, like, I don't, like, like, I always felt like, there would be a day that the people in Shannon's camp, and I shouldn't really say camp, I should say Shannon's shoot, what's a good word?
Cult.
The group, the oh, the cult, the people in Shannon's cult. I forgot we were calling them that. The people in
I've
Shannon's cult.
decided I'm gonna call them the Shannonites, and I'm gonna see if that takes off.
Look at this guy. Look at this
Oh,
guy.
that's
You're
my
always.
fish.
I know he's always there. He's always there. I don't know. Did you know what, dude? Look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Sitting there and look, I'm not gonna lie, and I've said it before when I had my other live. I like sitting in Shannon's panel. Why? Because it's a mess. It's crazy. You're sitting there and shit happens. It's fun. I'm there for the craziness. I'm there for the madness, right? I like the show. So I'd sit there and like the show and stuff. So like when Hitesh was there, when like you had all those weird like people that come in and just do all this crazy nonsense. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of anybody's mental health issues or anybody who might have something going on with them that, like, because I got my own and I'm not perfect. I'm weird too. I do my own weird things, right? I was a part of the clown show. I'm not gonna play like I wasn't. But the thing is that I always knew too many people that were part of her, which quote unquote is her close inner circle, gave me too many moans and groans every time I came up on the panel. Gave me too much, the stank eye whenever I would open my mouth. That I knew it was only a matter of time. I even, you know what? To be honest with you, I almost even tried to exile myself. Like I tried to just like not show up and just because. And let me just before I get into the before we get into the real like mud and everything, let me say a couple of nice things about Shannon because the truth is that before she got nasty with me and before she became like this person that did not want to talk to me anymore, like she closed herself off and was like just being real mean now. Um, she was very open to having conversations with me, and we had very nice conversations. I mean, really nice ones. I'm not talking about like they weren't like like, oh, these like very like elaborate or anything. Like we were just having like human conversations where people we were getting in touch where she would tell me things that happened to her and I would tell her things that happened to me. And so I was having like, it was good because at the moment too, I was going through a therapist. I was seeing a counselor, and then when I would go with her, it was like another way of having some sort of therapy in between, like a little bit of conversation, a little bit of what's going on in my life and stuff like that. So it was really nice. And the other thing too that made it even nicer than that was that I've just recently got out of a really long relationship, and so not having that I guess I don't know how to say it because like I don't want to sound sexist, but like I come from a like Hispanic family. Like I have a lot of like traditional things, and like in the way I see dating and stuff like that. I kind of feel like being a man sometimes you gotta have like a female like a feminine like type of feel like on certain things. So I appreciate that when I can speak to a woman, just have like a regular conversation because I like the female perspective. And so like she would provide that. And so it was really nice to have conversations with her. And I will say that like sometimes because I didn't have any, I'm recently moved to Oklahoma. I really don't have any friends. Talking to her would take up most of my time when I was on my downtime. So I really do appreciate her for that. And I really do have a caring for her. Now, of course, everybody tells me, like, hey, in time you learn to let it go. In time, in time, she will get to you enough to where you won't care anymore, right? At least that's the consensus that I've got across this whole spectrum of people that I've met outside of her little nest. Yeah, to say I wasn't would be a lie. See that? You see that? I just it just makes me laugh that like because all of a sudden I was persona non grata over there, I became a liar, I became an asshole, I became a person who's only out for attention. All I want is money. I'm a scammer, and this was simply because all of a sudden I wasn't cool.
Well, once you are on the other side of the fence with her, she will throw everything at you to make you look like the villain. Um,
Right.
she does that with I mean, you can, it's not just me. You can talk to anybody on the other side, the dark side, as they like to call it. And
Yeah.
we welcome all wayward chatters that have been
Yep.
exiled from the cult over to our side because we understand, because we've all been there. And you have to ask yourself, if all of these people, so many people, have these things to say, there's got to be something to it. I mean, we can't all be evil liars, right? But she makes it
Right.
seem that way. She puts us, she groups us all together, and she makes it seem like we're the villain and she's the poor little innocent. But the poor little innocent runs her mouth a lot, and then she expects no retaliation. So that's kind of where I'm at, because she claimed that I was her best friend, but honestly, she didn't know anything about me because she only ever talked about herself. So she didn't know who I was or what I was capable of doing. And people might say that I'm a terrible person for what I've done, but I gave her plenty of time. I warned her many times to just stop talking to me. Now your people don't know me, but me and Shannon had a fallout about 6 or 7 months ago now. And to this day, and this is why I speak out about it, to this day, she still trashes me and some other people
Yeah.
from our old community. And for let's
And I
say,
can confirm that.
yes, and Yeerry knows more about me than I know about him, because all she does is talk shit about me and VB and Jarl and all these other people from my community. So it's awkward because they only hear what she tells them and they don't hear the absolute truth from both sides. So now what happens is these people that don't
Yeah.
even know who we are make their own opinions based on what she tells them without, reaching out to
Right.
the other side to get a full picture. And now I'm having issues
Well,
with
yeah.
her panelists doing just that.
How dare you, Scotto? You know you're not. Scotto, my friend. The link is pinned, and I was looking for you the other day. Okay, so don't get at me like that. All right. Please hit the link if you can. Just so we can get a little information from you. And look, the thing, and I put up the biggest VIP comment before we saw it. She and her friend are the reason why everybody went in a frenzy on my side. See, the thing is that like I want more eyes on this story that we have going on over here, which is this guy named Michael Kaiser. Michael Kaiser is a two-time basic training dropout. He is stolen valor. He claims that he was in the military, but he didn't pass basic training. He is a five-time felon with five more felonies waiting to be adjudicated for the same crimes, such as burglary, theft, and drugs. And the dude is the only suspect in the death of a real Marine combat veteran, Donald Atwater Cameron Jr. He's on YouTube right now, and we're trying to put as much attention to him so we can get this guy in prison, hopefully with a date with a needle. But the thing is that I want as much eyes as possible. So I'm trying to bring that community over here. Hey, you guys are friendly, you guys are nice. Come over here, like have some fun. We'll talk about that, and let's get more eyes on this story, right? So I'm bringing them over so we can get eyes or whatever. Not so that like when things fall out, she has, and not just her, but Pinky too, has these streams just completely trashing me, like in the worst kinds of way, like just calling me all kinds of stuff, like calling me all kinds of bad names, calling me all kinds of stuff, drumming up bad feelings from history, from things that happened in the past, and making people just feel like, oh, here we go again. Because the thing is that like it took me a while to come back from those first events because there was so much happening at the time. And I was, and you know what? This is the cool thing about this community. Although, and I'm not talking about us like me and you. I'm talking about my people. I'm talking about the people who hold me accountable. Somebody was telling me like, like, why are you so worried about what people say about you and stuff like that? It's like I'm not worried about what people say about me. I'm worried about the people who've been holding me accountable. There's like this. It's like this thing that even though these people have like, and believe it or not, like it was very annoying at first, and it's very like like troubling, and it does stress you out, and even to the point where like it induces some of my panic attacks. But you know what? At some point, it's become a part of my own like self discipline, and I have actually grown to get adjusted to that. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm like some sort of bitch and I just like kowtow to whatever they tell me, right? But the thing is that I feel more comfortable because it's like I know that they're not leading me in any kind of bad direction. They're actually kind of like, hey, you know what? You're kind of moving astray. You need to push over here, bro. And so far, it's helped me out. And nothing that they have done has moved me in a direction that's been negative. I've only gone into positive directions. So I kind of trust those people now. Like even though, like Guadalupe Guacamole, I've said plenty of times, she scares the shit out of me, but she still she still is very kind to me, even in my worst moments. Scotto, that's my dude. He was there for me when I was down in the dumps. I got so many people that care about me that you know what, I don't want to let them down.
Well, and that's the thing. You should be grateful for these good people because not everyone out here is got good intentions. But let me tell you something, having this stream or coming to my stream, going behind enemy lines or whatever, it's not going to stop anything. In fact, what we're doing is fueling the fire at this point when it comes to that other streamer. So just be prepared, and if it does cause panic attacks, just mind your mental health because none of this shit is worth it. None of it. If it's affecting you mentally, don't even bother because it's not worth it.
I
No,
appreciate
I'm
that.
not
Yeah, no,
I'm not his girlfriend. I'm married, thank you.
although you will probably hear rumors. Yeah, you'll probably hear rumors
Oh yeah,
if
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But yeah, and I'm very mindful of it. I think a lot of people would believe that my most recent battles with my panic attacks have been about things on YouTube, but they have not. I have much more personal issues that I have to deal with, and I hope people understand that
Oh, your mic went out. But I know what you're saying. Like you got it under control and that's fine. Just don't ever let it dictate how it makes you feel because that's when they win. And see, I'm a very strong person. I have skin like adamantium if I'm going to show my dorkiness. That's a X-Men reference. But I can
yeah,
take
yeah.
it cuz I'm a warrior, right? But this is not the place if at any point in time you feel that vulnerability, let's say, because they will come for you. They will. I mean, look what happened at my stream. I was walking my dogs and maybe I was talking some shit, but Pinky showed up. You know, you saw
I'm
that.
sorry. What's
I
that?
said, they're gonna come for you, right? So, like, that was the first time Pinky Promise came to my channel. I've never had her come over there before to talk shit on me.
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, she's been coming to my lab now. Like I told everybody, I'm in the middle of a lot of things, so in order to compensate because I got members, and like they've been generous enough to do that. So I feel obligated to at least come on, like an hour or so, maybe do a couple live streams here and there. And they haven't really been about much, and I do apologize to my audience for that because I've kind of like lessened the content that we normally do, and also and I'm going to get into this because of that situation. I had to part ways with the veterans that I was hoping to work with. Um, when I got started on the this channel, I actually got started outside of the story that we were working on. I actually was working on this guy named Chili, but I didn't feel right in it because it was covered by so many people, and it just wasn't my. I just didn't feel like it was something that I wanted to do. Um, and then this stuff came along because this guy that we're talking about was somebody that was on my panel, was somebody that I thought was a good person and all this stuff. And it turns out he's just. I mean, you want to talk about somebody who's evil? That dude is evil. That dude is bad. He's a real bad person, right? And so like then it became about that. It became about wanting to do something against him. And where was I going with this?
I want to look.
uh,
I want to put out there that I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to drive anyone off the internet. That is never my intention. I don't have an agenda. My thing, because your people don't know me, is that I used to be friends with Shannon, and for the last 6 or 7 months, she's trashed me in almost every stream. And my only thing was, could you please stop trashing me? Because I can't control what she does, but I thought, decency would be something, but she can't control herself. And
all right.
so I
Maybe
made
good
I
thinking.
made videos to show the hypocrisy. And I made one on Pinky too, because and I think that really upsets her. And she says it doesn't, but I watched her reaction about that video. And what I'm basically doing is showing these people the fools that they are. And they don't like that because the truth hurts sometimes.
Well, but that's my stream, bro. In a nutshell, I'm never scripted. I never come in with anything prepared. Well, excuse me, that's a lie. No, I do come with some things prepared, not 100% prepared, but that's kind of how I do. I just kind of like like I grab the information that I want to grab. I think about how I want to like disseminate it, but I don't like 100% am ready like with like say something to put out. I usually just like go with it, and it's like it's I think that's part of the challenge for me is to like make something happen. It keeps me on my toes. If I were to write something out, I'd be editing it every 2 seconds anyways, because it's like I'll never be happy. I'm the type of person that could never put anything out. Like you see my regular videos, like the edited videos. It took me forever to put those out because I was never happy. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like that. So I figured the easiest way for me to put out a message is to get the important information, like go through bullet points of things that I want to talk about and just put it out there. Because if I don't, I'll never put it out there. So that's why I do it like this. Yeah, and the reason why I was saying about how I started this channel and everything is that once I got into it with that guy, I met a bunch of vets because this dude was a stolen valor guy, a guy who was pretending to have been a combat vet and was taking donations for that title. And so I started working with these veterans, and I got family who were veterans, and I got passed away friends who were in the military and stuff like that. And so it really started becoming more of a passion project more than anything. But there was like this thing that I felt like a connection towards these veterans because of their mental health issues. Now, don't get it. We weren't bonding off our trauma or anything like that. It's not like we were talking about like, oh, like they got PTSD and I get panic attack. It wasn't like that at all. It was just like the fun of it. It was like we got each other. It was like these guys remind me of my friends. These guys remind me of the people that I used to hang out with when I would when I'd be out there living in South Central. Like they're exactly like my friends. Like and I think maybe it's because of the stuff that we've been through. Like a lot of violence, a lot of bad things that we've seen. Like I seen a lot of that stuff when I was young. um uh I did a year in jail and stuff like that. Like I've seen a lot of craziness. And so I kind of felt we had like a good connection. And I think especially Stone Vet, which is the, I guess you would call the CEO of Fine Fix Finish Productions. He is like we really had a good, like we still do. I shouldn't say we did, because we still do. I actually still support them. And I think Josh and everybody in that group is doing a great job of trying to put things together and doing something for veterans. But Josh made it clear when he started off that production company that he wanted nothing but former vets. because he wanted to work with former vets. I think he made an exception for me because he felt something special between our friendship. And so I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was really nice of him. And so I was really happy for that. Like it really put me in a good place because I felt like, look at this shit. Like here I am thinking like, oh, like where am I gonna fit in? I'm in Oklahoma. Like I'm alone, and what's going on? And here I got these veterans that are willing to work with me. I got people who are starting to accept me, even though I made some mistakes in my past. Like I'm feeling like everything's turning around. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling awesome. Like I was, you know what I mean? Like you feel really, like relieved because like things are working out. Then it started off, like I said, with personal things that I will not get into. It's just way too personal. It's just things that like things that happen that I wish I could control timing. I wish I could just like say like, hey, bad luck. Leave me alone for like a day or two, please. Like like just don't come around to like for the next 2 years or something. But those things happen, and I had to deal with it, and I got again another stint of almost being homeless, but luckily I actually think because of my goodwill and the good energy I've been putting out into the universe that I happened to stumble on somebody that was willing to help me. By the way, somebody who never met me, not on the internet or in real life. Just to throw that out there, okay? Just so people understand where I was at. The person who decided to help me did not know me from Adam, all right? And they've helped me, and not only have they helped me, but they've pushed me along
Well, that
in my
sounds like
journey.
a very kind person.
Oh yeah, if he was here, I'd put him on camera. He has no problem being on camera. And I love to give him credit for helping me out because he's a great guy. And he decided to tell me during these times, and we're I'm here right here. I'm here with him, and we're working. Um, but you see, the thing is that like when everything started transpiring, when the whole thing went down, I was still in the middle of figuring stuff out. Now, of course, like I said, it's starting to work out now, but I was still in the middle of it. So that's why, if you hear this story, Shannon will tell you that I was crying and all this other stuff and everything. I'd never really cried like I went to Shannon. I went, Shannon, you need to help me. Like it wasn't like that. What was happening is that I was stressed out. I didn't know what I was gonna do. She kept calling me to find out. Of course, she was concerned. I have no problem with that. I kept trying to update her with what's gonna happen next, what's gonna happen next, and that's what was going on. And out of the kindness of her heart, she decided to help me out. Now, she likes to say all of this and that about how much money or whatever, whatever. I don't know how much money she would have let me have if she would have made some sort of deal. I don't know. I was in the middle of it. I wasn't. In my head, when you are in
Well,
that, you're not thinking.
why would she be mad at you for that?
I have no idea.
Because because you didn't just ask her, you asked her friend. And that
Right.
bothered her.
Right, and you know what? Set aside that it wasn't even what her friend made it out to be, because like I said, I was still like looking and searching for things like that I wanted to do to get out of my situation. Now, at the moment, I had Shannon who was willing to help me, and she said she was willing to help me to get a ticket or to do what I was going to do next, right? And another person that was going to help me, I have a friend in California. He gets me like independent security jobs every now and then. He can get me something like just to like be a doorman, stuff like that. And he told me, hey, you know what? They need like a shuttle driver slash like cleaning man over here at this one spot in Monterey Del Rey or whatever. Like and Monterey Del Rey is up north in California. And I thought, oh, like cool, like yeah, I haven't met Shannon or whatever, like I'll be able to go meet her, and like I'll be able to get a job over there and everything. But you know what? I remember having a conversation with her, and she she's like very finicky about like meeting people off the internet. So I didn't want to spring that on her, especially because I'm in those like in the thralls of things happening, right? Like I would feel like I'm putting pressure on her. And thinking back to my situation with the guy that helped me out, I remember there were times when I would sound pushy because I was desperate, right? And so my thought process was like, no, you know what? She already said she was going to help me financially, right? She said she would give me some money. I can't, like, I don't want to put that. I don't want to give her now the thought that maybe that, like, oh yeah, maybe I could go stay with you. You know what I mean? That to me was like, oh shit, like this is gonna be too much. So I thought, like, well, what can I do? Who could I ask? And this is where they get this from too, because they say like, oh, you saw Anne's painting and you thought she had a nice house, so you think you'd go and live there forever or whatever. It's like, no. I remember one day she was talking about her house, and she was talking about how Shannon was saying how she saw the inside of her house and that it was beautiful and this and that or whatever. And then she was like, "Oh yeah, I've had people off the internet come over here and hang out or whatever." And it hit me, ping. I was like, "There it is." I was like, I could, I could simply ask Pinky if she's willing to have me for like a week or two while I figure out what's going on over there. So I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a long shot, but if it all works out, hey, I'll have a decent job over there. I'll be in California. I could work something out with my buddy, and I might even meet Shannon, and this will be a great, even better situation. Like the universe is putting everything together, right? Uh, well, when I asked Pinky, obviously she said no, and I'm not even going to get into, you know what, because I've reiterated this story like a million times. So towards the end, there was just a misunderstanding about her hearing me say something about money or whatever. I tried to explain that it doesn't make sense that I would ask her for more money when Shannon already told me that she would help me with anything that I needed. That's what she had said. I didn't say that. She said that, and so there was no reason for me to ask her for money. There was a whole other situation happening. Not going to get into it because it doesn't make any sense to. They're always going to say that I asked her for more money, but the
You know
truth
what?
is,
They're also gonna always say now that we hate bonded. We're hate bonding, Yuri.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
that's
they're gonna
right.
say. That's totally what they're. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your thought, but
No,
that's
you're
totally
fine.
what's gonna happen. So just brace yourself because I know these people pretty well.
Oh well, I'm ready. Well, you see that's the thing is that like when everything started coming out and they were like, oh, she says you asked her for. I was like, okay, fine. You know what? I'll concede. I asked her for more money. Fine. She didn't give me anything. So like I mean, there's nothing there to be angry about. I mean, she didn't give me the money. And like even if she was, you guys jumped on it. So I don't think nothing would have happened. So that's it. It was done. And then they try to make a big deal out of me calling her two times because oh, did somebody come in and come out? Anyways, are you in or out, Tiff?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. I got a ping on the thing. Anyways, uh, I conceded that I asked for 250, but nothing happened. So then I'm just like, okay, why is everybody upset? And then this is when everything started coming down because it's like I saw a live. Pinky went live, and the funny thing is that not more than like 4 days before this madness happened, I had subscribed to her channel because they were talking about how, oh, she likes to have like lives or whatever, like, and me trying to be the supportive person that I am, like with like every channel, like yeah, I'll sub. So I see her live, I go there and I go click, and what are they saying? Oh, this guy, and I'll give her credit. The first time she talked about it, she didn't specifically say my name. She didn't say, oh, the unforgiven Jerry, and like put it out on blast like that. But you knew who you were talking about.
That's what
Everybody
they
knew who
do.
she was talking
They
about.
do that. They know that
But
we know who they're talking about and they insinuate things that aren't even true. That's a pattern with these people that I've noticed. And what I do for your people because they don't know me is I clip. Yes, I do. And what I do is I make videos to show everyone the lies and the hypocrisy. So, if anyone wants to delve further into this rabbit hole of shit, my channel has a playlist dedicated only to this and only to Shannon. The playlist is called Shannon My Hater, and it pretty much goes over everything, although they're not in order. I should make them in order. Or if you're interested in the Pinky Promise, that also makes her look like a fool. It's not in my playlist, but if you go to my channel, it's called Confronting a Bully. And she is a bully. And she came to my stream today and she called me ugly and mean and whatever else she said, I forget. But these people, not great people. And that's why I call them a cult, because they all blindly listen to Shannon. And even Yeerry and Pinky and all those other people that go to that stream, they can't have a disagree, they cannot disagree with her, so they have to agree with her, and they have to listen to what these people say about us. Now I want to let you
Right.
guys know that Shannon herself says that she segregates herself from her old community, a community that I'm in, right? She segregates. But if she wants to be left alone, then she needs to stop talking about us. But she can't. It's like a compulsion. And of course, I know she's going to probably bring it.
No, now your mic went out. Or is it my mic that went out? And I don't know. Uh oh. Whose mic went out? Was it me? Well, it was come back, come back. Well, she comes back. Vivi, the link is pinned. If you want to join us, I'd be more than happy to have you up here too. She is, by the way, the other dark person in this saga of darkness, of evil triumphant. She'll be back, I hope. But in the meantime, we can have Vivi, and while Vivi decides whether she wants to come up or not, I can expound on this thought too. Yes, I was. Yes, I did have feelings. I really did. I'm not. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I didn't, because I would. Again, that would be a lie, and that's not what I'm doing here. I did, but the truth is that like like I said, I'm still not in the greatest place in the world. Like I'm recovering from a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get my emotions in order, and it's easy to fall into that when number one, you're out of a long-term relationship. You're looking for some kind of a connection, from somewhere that seems similar, and of course that's my problem. I'm trying to find something that's similar instead of trying to like let go of the past and try to find something new, right? But like it comes with time and healing, and I've had so many things that I've had to deal with, and so like it's easy to fall into those feelings, and it feels good. And so it was true. Yeah, I was. And you know what? If it wasn't for a couple of things that I learned during my path of going through this journey of finding out these people that she hates, I probably would still feel a little bit more like like I should be softer on her, not be so not be so open about certain things. But like
Hey,
now that I've
Vivi.
like now that I've gone through it, I've realized that what, there are some things that I was deceived in, and if she would have been open and honest about that, like I probably wouldn't have the feelings that I had, which sucks even more.
I understand. I used to be her friend. I get it. I do. I mean, not in like that way, but like it's a betrayal is what it is. And they turn a mountain or a molehill into a mountain is what they do. And and then we're supposed to be quiet and not say anything, right? Well, I can't. I'm incapable of not sticking up for myself. I'm a very nice person. I try to be kind to everyone. It's only when you turn on me that I break out the claws. But for the most part, you can ask anyone. I'm a pretty nice person.
I realize
And
that.
it takes a lot to piss me off, but once I'm pissed off, it's over for you, you know?
Yeah, yeah, true, true. And shut up, Hitesh. Don't make me like you, fucker. Okay, what you see he fucked me up. Uh shit, I lost my train of thought. Thank you, Hitesh. Damn it.
Final dad. Yeah, we are not the same though. I don't scream and yell at people. I'm pretty calm about things. I do things differently. Like I don't sit there and scream. I make videos. Um that's my way of retaliation. And people are like, "Well, why do you do that?" Well, when you're talked about almost every single day and sometimes multiple times a day for 6 or 7 months, I would say that my 6 or 7 videos, they're not even nearly as bad as how many times she's trashed me. So, look at it however you want. But now she's doing it to other people because it's her pattern. So Yeerry is one of the recent ones that got booted out of the cult, but others have been booted and are continuously going to be booted because that's what she thrives on. She
Now,
thrives
now,
on drama.
yeah, she does. She does really thrive on drama. And you know what? For a stream that is about drama, where somebody like gets off and everything, I'll give it to her. It's entertaining. I mean, dude, if you guys want to see mess incarnate, and like you want to have fun, just
Train
watching
wreck.
like a train wreck, go over there. It's go check it out. I please go sub to her. Go have fun over there. You guys will love it. I loved it. I mean, I like being there. Like I said, the other stuff where like I started getting feelings for her and I really started caring for her came from me, like I said, trying to find some sort of attachment. And we have this a person in this side in my side of the community. It's funny enough, her name is Shannon too, but I like to think of her as a more stable Shannon.
Well, here's the
uh,
thing, okay? And this is for everybody that's new over at Shannon's stream. I will say this. She's a very intelligent person. People will disagree with me, but I think she's intelligent and she's
I don't think
charismatic.
you're wrong.
She's charismatic. So yes, there's a lot to like, but if you pay attention, you'll start to see that she talks out of both sides of her mouth, and you'll start to see the inconsistencies and the lies. Like Queen T here that you just posted her thing, she can tell you all
Mhm.
about it because she's part of our community where Shannon came from, that she wants to segregate herself from, right? But then she still talks about all of us. So you can't have it both ways. You can't want to distance yourself from these people and then talk shit about them. That's not how it's going to work. You can't do that without
Right.
consequence.
Right. Yeah. No, you can't. You can't. And yeah. And then of course, like going across, like and finding out, like about all these different, like people that got treated like me, in a very similar pattern. Like brought in, made to feel like like you're a bestie, you're part of the inner circle. All these little like manipulation
It's
tactics. And
it's
everything.
called, yes, it's called love bombing, and it is a
There you go.
common trait with narcissism, and it is a form of manipulation. You're right.
Yes, and the thing is that like because I've recently been into like therapy and I'm no, don't get me wrong, I'm no expert, but my therapist, like, of course, when you're talking to a therapist, they school you on certain things and the way people behave around you. And so one of the things that they explained to me as far as like manipulation is concerned, there's things that I guess you could call them tools, or things that somebody will throw at you to like keep you around or throw you away, right? So if they want to like keep you around, they'll tell you things like, "Oh, don't you love us over here? We all love you. We're all friends. Why would you want to hurt our friends?" Right? They make it so that you can't leave the group. But if they want to throw you out, they said you violated the group as a whole. So it's like that's what I see there a lot. I see there's a lot of this like group think, and there's the panel people, which is I guess you can call them the heads of the table, and then and then you got the people in the chat, right? And those are the people I guess who are trying to be a part of the head of the table. But it's so like it's such a like a clinical study.
Oh, yes. If you are into studying human behavior, that's not a bad stream to use to see, because there's a lot of different mental illnesses. And let me tell you something about mental illness, okay? I want to just briefly touch on this. Um, I do not admonish anyone who is mentally ill. I myself have my own mental issues. But
Rapa.
if you listen to her, she makes fun of people that have mental issues. She makes fun of people that are mentally ill. And the funny thing is, we see that in her because it's
Mhm.
evident. And so don't point fingers at others when you should be pointing at yourself. And that's what she does. Everything that she ever claims that any of us have ever done to her, okay, and she claims a lot of things, she is guilty of. And we have receipts on many of those things. And it's very
Well,
frustrating to hear when it's coming from her, like, and she holds herself to a high standard, or so she says, and that she's a
mhm.
Christian and that she's better than everyone, although she may not use those words. but she's just as flawed, and she's just as much as a sinner as all of us. So don't let her fool you.
I'm probably gonna get racial on this one. um,
Did you say
yeah, and
racial?
I said ratio. You know what I mean? When I'm sorry. That's an old YouTube term. When like when the thumbs down used to count, and you could see the thumbs down. Now you can't see the thumbs down. So like you don't know if like your thumbs down. Although I heard that there's a way of checking that out. But yeah. I guess since the thumbs down doesn't make a difference, they've completely taken that stat out. Where like if they called it that if your comment or your video would get a lot more thumbs down than did thumbs up. I kind of feel
Well,
like
but
that's what's gonna happen.
remember that even if you thumbs down a video, it's still considered engagement. So
Oh, I know
you want to
that.
question that if you really want to give them a thumbs down, because it's actually kind of helping them in a way.
Uh-huh.
So I usually don't, but I mean, your miles may vary, of course.
Well, I mean, look, you guys do everything that makes the YouTube gods happy. Like if it takes a like, share, sub. What if you haven't sub, please. If you haven't sub to Tiffany wears t-shirts, sub to her. I was hoping that a mod would show up. I know Scotto came, but I don't know if he's still here. Scotto, if you're still here, please, buddy, if you can, could you get Tiffany wear t-shirts?
And it's
Um,
okay. Look, I did not
Link
come
them.
here to try to get subs, because she
Oh no, no, that's
accuses
what you came
me.
here to do.
No, I
You came here to
appreciate you.
get likes and views. You
You're
came
being
you
a
came to
very
get.
you're being a very good host, and I appreciate that. But I want to point out that she says I do everything for views. Now, with the drama bullshit, I don't care about views. My channel is not for everyone, because I do like a lot of things that maybe you guys aren't interested in, right? But if you are following the Shannon, Pinky Promise, whatever, that shit's on my channel, and you should watch it. I also promote other people on my community tab, like Rob Noxious, who also makes videos. Look, it's not just me, and you have to question yourself. Why are there so many people that stand up against Shannon? You have to ask yourself that. She acts like a victim, like we all pack hunt her. No, no, no. We all have our own different reasons for why we are against her. And it's not hate bonding when we all have this in common. I don't hate anyone. I don't think I ever will hate a person. I don't have hate in my heart for anybody. But I don't
We
like
get it.
it, and I don't appreciate it when she says I have Down syndrome, when she knows that my brother has Down syndrome and it's a hot topic
Oh
for
boy.
me. She does things like that, and I don't think that's okay. Um, I have a very soft spot in my heart for people that suffer from mental issues. So for her to do things like that, it's pretty low, you know. And
Right.
and that's what I want people to know about her. I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. If you like her, more power to you. She streams a lot. Go enjoy yourself. It's usually at night. But just know who she is first before you blindly listen to what she says. Know both sides or all sides, and then make a decision, because that's what
Yeah.
her what you say to her second in command, her round table of justice crusaders up on her panel. That's what they don't understand. You cannot make judgments and opinions on someone that you don't know, and that you only hear from their enemy. Obviously they're only going to have bad things to say, obviously.
Right, and like in the situation, like whenever she would talk about them and talk about you, talk about them because now I'm part of them, right? Whenever she would talk about you or she talk about VB or anybody like that, I would simply like say to myself like, okay, this is whatever's going on here, and even if I decided to go over there, if I decided to say like, say, hey, like what's going on? How come we don't leave Shannon alone or whatever? I always thought to myself like, what's the point in doing that, right? I don't know. I don't know none of the history. I don't know any of the nuances between you guys and the different like fights you've had or whatever. The only thing that I would think would make any sense to me if there was something going on that was similar to something that was going on with me at the moment, like her kicking me out, right? But other than that, I just didn't. To me, it was just like, okay, maybe it's just personal drama. I know that I have some personal dramas here and there, and they don't mean nothing to a group. They'll to certain individuals maybe, but not to like whole groups. Like some people just don't give a damn that much, right? But that's why I never went
And
over there. That's why I never wanted to find out what was going on.
excuse me.
Go ahead.
Can I explain to your people like how I fell out with Shannon? Because I
Oh,
used to be
please.
her friend.
Yeah. Please,
Okay.
please go ahead. Tell us the story.
I'll try to keep it short because it is a long story. But I was friends with her, and the ultimate nail in the coffin was when I did a stream and she was there, and she had okay, and she had to leave because a certain chatter had showed up. This chatter, we're going to call this person Valak. Now, Valak is a chatter that has been around since before I started. I've been on YouTube since 2011 making edited videos, but I've only been in this StreamYard chat community for about 3. Valak's been here much longer. And Valak is a young, mentally ill person. However, Valak is not a child. Valak is older than 18. Shannon says that Valak isn't and that she doesn't want to have anything to do with kids, right? So she left, and not only did she leave, but on her stream that same night, she insinuated that we were doing pedophilic and minor grooming type of activities on my channel, which is complete bullshit. I don't agree with that. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just cool with Valak, and I allow Valak in my chat room. I don't let Valak on panel, but I let Valak talk in chat because I can monitor it and I can see if Valak is saying anything wrong or if anyone's attacking Valak. Valak is like an OG, all right? What I found out today, just today, was that Pinky Promise, the person that sits on Shannon's panel all the time, and this is just one of many hypocrisies, guys. It's a slippery, deep rabbit hole. I just found out today that Pinky was drawing phallic images on underage children's pictures. Now, I don't really see the difference here. If Shannon is going to be upset that I allow a young person in my chat, we're not hurting that young person at all. But Pinky, her friend, her bestie or whatever, is drawing penises on children's pictures, which for one thing, she's an adult. And for another thing, that's disgusting. I don't care what your reasonings is, you don't do that to children's pictures. And that's just one of many things I could tell you guys, but I don't want to hog up Yeerry's time. But thank you for
No,
letting
no,
me
no.
explain that.
No, you're good. I'm glad to hear. Like what you got. What's the reason why those things happen? And again, not an egregious thing for me. I think like it comes down to maybe like some sort of like misunderstanding. Maybe we can agree to disagree on something like that. Like I don't see the let me just completely rip you out of this. Like this whole like this whole situation, right? But then again, the I think maybe because there's that thing like you said, like a cultish thing where it's like like it has to be, you know she has to have the final word, right? She has to have that dominance, and I think if you're a strong figurehead, or if you have some sort of like agency where you can kind of influence like the individuals in her stream, you're going to be a problem. At least that's what I think. I'm not sure if
Oh, yeah,
that's the
for
main
sure.
goal.
Try to disagree with her and stand your ground and see what happens. You're
Well, you
not
see,
good. You're
that's where I don't know where the line is with the give and take, right? Because it's like there's a guy named Firefighter. Again, I any of you guys, any of you, and if you guys are part of the veterans that I worked with before, like I'm talking to Wally, I'm talking to Jeff, I'm talking to Stone Vet, Dirty Hippie. Any of you guys who are having a hard day, you guys want to get some laughs, go over to her channel. Go over to her channel when she's having a live. You will have a good time. Just go pick a live. You'll have fun. There's this guy named Firefighter. Firefighter is the most funniest Canadian I've ever met. Okay, why? Because he's Mexican. Anyways, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's what is he
He's Honduran, I believe.
Honduran, yeah, Honduran. But he looks Mexican. Anyways, he's like me. I'm like half Salvadorian too. So, anyways, race aside. Anyways, he comes in and he's always like, he's like, he is the most rudest, like misogynistic, nastiest motherfucker you'll ever see. He comes onto this panel. Not only has he disrespected Shannon to her face, not only has he told her to shut the fuck up because a man's talking, Not only has he called her a bitch and said that he would slap her in the face for talking to him in a certain way, he's also shown his dick twice on her live stream.
Which could take a channel down. But you know why he's allowed to do that? Because he licks her taint and he has a dick. That's why. Because she has different set of standards for guys than she does for girls. Like look at this. Like, she helped you out, right? And that was kind.
Yeah.
And I can't take that away from her. And
And
she's
I
helped
won't.
out a lot. She's helped out a lot of guys online, okay? We have proof of this. We have a long list of men that she sent money to even before her husband passed away. I don't think she's ever done that to a woman. Why is that? Why
Mm.
is she only generous with men? It's kind of telling, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. The plot thickens. Now, for me, there's only so much lore that I could take, right? So things like when I heard that, it kind of made me feel a lot easier about my situation. Like I said, the damage was done because of her rant and Pinky's rant, and them coming together and calling me a old lady scammer, and saying that, like, all I'm trying to do is go to people in their community and try to like ask them for money and stuff like that. The damage was done. Bad feelings arose. People who have been watching me closely because of the situation with that other person that was very personal. Uh, a lot of bad feelings got brought up, and I don't blame those people for feeling that way, because I made a promise to them that I would not go down that road anymore, and that I would do my best to try to change my ways. And so when all of that was coming out, I really got into a panic. I started feeling real bad, because it's like, again, I find it very difficult. I find it very difficult to explain things that are happening when they're just happening. You know what I mean? Like, how do you tell people, like, I really want to do what I'm saying, but things are just falling apart. Like, how am I supposed to do that? I can't. And so I couldn't find a way to try to make any of this make sense to people, because it's like, who are they going to believe? The old ladies that are saying that the guy that 6 months back had a situation that looked terrible, and now here it is again. I don't blame them. I don't blame them for feeling that way. So I went to Shannon, and people may look at it like, "Oh, dude, leave her alone, man. The girl said leave her alone." Yeah, I would have left her alone if she would have just been like, "You know what, Jerry, fuck you, get out," and never talked about me again. But every stream since the moment that she kicked me out, there had to be my name brought up, scammer right next to it, and that I was doing it to everybody.
Welcome to the loop, because that's what she does. It's a loop. It's me, VB, Jarl, and now you. Aren't you so lucky? And Burns, this person you're on your chat name Burns, um, until you're in this situation, it's kind of hard for you to understand that when you get trash talked every single day, every single stream, we are allowed to vent. And I tried not to insult. I just try to show you the truth, and I provide evidence with the truth. So if the truth is hypocritical, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just here to state my truth and what actually happens over there and with other
Burns,
people.
Bernzy, I would hope that we've gone through enough, and you see me fight battles with you with K far enough, that you would know that I don't give up my integrity this easy. I'm not here to cause some sort of vendetta against Shannon. This is very hard for me, dude. This is very hard, because the thing is that I just got help from her. I told her a bunch of times, look, dude, I just want to appreciate you for your help. I don't need all the extra stuff. I understand if your friend is upset. I understand if you're upset, if you feel that way. It's cool. But the truth is that that's not true what you're saying. You're not saying what really happened. What really happened is that you saw me doing bad. You wanted to help me, just like anybody else would. And you said, you know what? Here, I'm going to help you. I appreciate her for that. I'm thankful for that. But then afterwards, saying that I was scamming, saying that I was asking her repeatedly for money, Pinky making it seem
That's
like I,
slander.
that,
Your person in chat is saying we're slandering her. No, what is slander is when she says that Yeerry is scamming people. That is definitely slander. What are we slandering her on other than what actually happened? That's not slander. The truth cannot be slander. Look up the definition.
Yeah, I think it's it was that Bernzy that said that. If it was, look, Bernzy, look, man, you look, you know what it's like when you're trying to tell people about somebody and they don't believe you because like they have their own, like they have their way of thinking. You know that, man. So I would suggest you see where I'm coming from because this isn't easy for me. It wasn't easy for me with KFAR, but KFAR earned his place because instead of Kfar coming out honestly with the things that he did, he doubled down, and that's what Shannon is doing. She's doubling down on everything that she said, and every time I try to give her an olive branch to try to make things right, to say, you know what, dude, look, I'm here in your chat. I'm letting you know. I'm not trying to make this into a big drama. Let's just leave it alone. Stop
Too
saying that I'm a
late.
scammer.
Too late. It is a big drama. And I just want to say the Burns. He says PS or her, I'm not sure. I've heard her trash you, Tiffany. It's those in her chat that bring it up and egg her on to do it. Okay, maybe that's the truth. But she's choosing to continue with it, isn't she? It isn't like she's saying, please don't talk about Tiffany here. No, she relishes it when someone brings me up. And even if no one brings me up, she still brings me up. You're not paying attention or you're not there long enough. And if you
Hi,
don't care,
guys.
Yeah.
that's fine. But the truth is that I get brought up every freaking time, and so does VB, and so does Jarl. Hi, Queen.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Hi Yuri. Welcome. Hey, I'm loving your stream. I love this. I'm so glad that you're defending yourself and telling us why because we all went through it. But I've been knowing her since 2017, and that young lady is very afraid of me. She don't want me to come up on her panel because she know I would trash the fuck out of her ass because I am a very vicious, treacherous ass black woman. I'm that black bitch. Yes, I am, and I would get knee deep up in her ass and coming out of her nose. I will fuck that bitch up for real. But with that said, congratulations, cause she don't want me there. She had all of y'all to stop me when I was in her room because I had her ass blocked. And they was telling her, oh, Shannon, there's someone in here. Oh, they were frightened. I fucking had all of them discombobulated when I walked in that bitch. I said, let me up so I can rebuttal your ass, bitch, or let me fucking defend myself. And she didn't. Tell me, I'll never let
yeah.
you up here to have a voice. Bitch, you gonna have to, because this the only way we could have to get down. Because I'm not coming to Kelly to whoop your ass.
Because you know why, Queen? Because this is what she does, okay? And this is a
I
pattern, and
know
it's
her,
it's
Tiffany. I
not a
know her
lie.
longer than you. I've
No.
known Tiffany. There's the kicker. Me and Shannon was best friends when I was
Oh, she's been best
another
friends with
name.
everyone. How does that work out? How did all her best friends turn out? Now we're all on the other
But
Come on,
they
side.
had
Bernie.
trash Ginger, and I didn't like that shit. Ginger is disability; she's in wheelchair, and Ginger was telling us how her dream was that she wanted to do a safari, a drive, and then Shannon gonna jump in there talking about, "Oh, you can't do none. You ain't gonna walk. How you gonna do that? How you gonna pay for it?" And that pissed me the fuck off. And after that, I've been fucking toe to toe
Queen,
and back to back with that bitch.
Queen, hang on one second. Yeah, just
Any
give.
of those fucking goddamn chatters,
I
side chatters want to fuck with me, they got to come up on your panel and fucking address me. Otherwise, your fucking words don't mean jack shit to me. Because, see, I will break each and every one of your words down to the finest molecule. Okay?
She
You don't want
she
to fuck
ends
with me
it.
because I'm held to tell the captain.
Are you
All
kidding?
right?
She
yeah.
doesn't. She hasn't ended it for 7 months, man. Yeah, maybe the whole stream isn't about her, about me, but she brings it up, and that's how you even know my name. That's how you even know my name, and you shouldn't because I don't know you.
No,
I don't
no.
know you,
Look,
but you guys seem to know me.
man. Look, Bernie. When everything was going down, okay, when everything was going down, did I never trashed SB. Why? Because when everything was going down, he came and he had a personal talk with me. He didn't just say, you know what, F Jerry. Jeff made those jokes because I said, Jeff, make those jokes. It's okay. Because Jeff and SV talked to me personally. They didn't like it. They didn't like the situation how it was going down, but we understood. It brought up bad feelings. Now, I did everything in my power to just have a conversation with Shannon to let her know what was going on. I was doing everything to try to let her know, hey, you know what? Please just simmer it down. Even if you're mad at me, just please just simmer it down right now. She wouldn't do it. Let me tell you something, Burns. Let me tell you something. All right. And I get it. I get where you're coming from because if this would have been, say, let's say 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I probably would have been in your shoes too. I probably would have been in your shoes too. But the truth is that I seen what she is now, man. I get where you're coming from. It's so easy. But I want you to ask yourself though. I want you to ask yourself, Bernsey, stop with the being on somebody's side or whatever. Look at it objectively. All right? Remember KFAR. Just remember that. This isn't about like, oh, I just want to be mean, because if I wanted to be mean, if I just wanted to be a jerk, if that's what this was about, it could go down way differently.
Oh
But
yes.
that's not how it's going down. I reached out to her. Olive branch after olive branch after, look, just stop calling me a scammer because that's not true. She said it herself many times. Well, I give Jerry a donation, and she's
Yeerry, they're going to question you every time. That's why you need receipts. It's sad that it has to be that way, but people will not believe you if you don't prove it. And if she called you a scammer, because look, I don't really look at her stream. People just send me clips and shit. But if she calls you a scammer and no one believes you, that's why you take screenshots. And I hate that it's that way, but sometimes it has to be because otherwise people won't believe you.
right. No, and the thing is that I do. That's why I put the short up. Like I got that short up, but you know what? I could make that. I could have made that short at any moment. I still have things waiting in the wings that I could put up that are absolutely like just terrible things, but I haven't done it. I haven't put them out. I haven't made anything about them because you know what? I'm fucking sparing her. I'm trying to like be as kind as I could possibly be, but there's only so much I could only be, at some point I gotta love myself. And like I said, I put up the short. I put up the short on her saying that it was a donation. She said it's a donation. So every time she calls me a scammer, she's lying. And Bernsey, I know you say that you never heard her say it. Well, it's a 5 hour. They're 5 hour, 6 hour lives, dude. Watch from beginning to
Nine
end.
hours. It's a long time. So you'll miss things if you don't watch the whole thing. But it's who has the time to listen to all that? I know I don't.
And for a fact it's not about her saying it repeatedly across all the 9 hours. It only takes one person to hear it, that 1 minute that she says it, for them to go back and it becomes a thing. And so that's all it took, man. That's all it took. And I asked her, you know what, Shannon, even if you believe this about me, even if you believe that this is true or whatever, just please stop saying it. I'm not asking you to retract your statement. I'm not asking you to give me an apology. I'm just asking you to stop. Just
Well, now she
stop.
never will. She never will now, though. I'm telling you. I asked her that too. I asked her nicely. She banned me. I asked her again nicely. She banned me. So I made a video. And then she kept doing it. And I made another one. And in my video, I'm like, please stop talking about me. You don't want this. And she would not stop. So eventually, yes, I put an expose video on her. And nobody reached out to me for that. I went after the evidence myself because I warned her plenty of times. And there has to be consequences for your actions. And so I do not regret it at all.
No, no, don't feel. I mean, don't feel bad. I'm not. This is not. Don't feel bad for me. The situation that I put myself in, where I have to be careful about allegations like that, I put myself in. But this is why it's so sensitive for me, and this is why people should understand. If somebody accuses me of something like this, I'm not going to take it lightly. I'm definitely not going to take it lightly. And for her to say that, one of the things that gets me upset about all of this is that when she says things like Oh, it turns out that she knows. She knows because we had conversations and I told her. She knows about Scotto. She knows about those situations because I talked to her about it. So for her to say that she didn't know about it is bullshit. For her to say that it's a shock is a fucking big ass lie. She should have said, you know what, this means a lot to Jerry. She should have known that it meant a lot to me. So for Pinky to accuse me of that, she should have told Pinky, you know what, this is something that's very sensitive to Jerry. If you accuse him of it, he's gonna come at you. He's gonna try to find out why the fuck you're saying that. Because I have to be careful. I've literally said on these streams, I've literally said, I will not take Cash App. I will not take PayPal. I will not use any alternative source other than the YouTube donation $ that's down there in the chat. That's it. That's the only thing I'll use because anything else looks bad. Anything else looks bad. So, I'm doing my best to try to like help my reputation, to try to bring back some sort of credibility towards me. As a matter of fact, even try to gain some, like because this is what this community is about. We're going after people who have stolen valor. We have to be better than that. I can't be known as a scammer if I'm going after a guy like Michael Kaiser, a known scammer. So it hurts. It hurt my position with F3. And mind you, it wasn't the biggest one. And probably they probably already had thoughts of maybe like using me to a lesser capacity because I'm not a veteran. But still, it was something that I was proud of because I made a connection to people that I probably thought I never would. You think I would jeopardize that for $250? You think I would hurt a friendship with somebody who just finished helping me for $250? It doesn't make sense. I don't know what the angle is. Maybe like you said, maybe it's a thing about pushing people out and making sure that she has the people. Maybe it was because of JR. I have no idea. I just know that whole situation doesn't make sense when a guy like Fire, who clearly disrespects her in her face almost every single day. She has trolls that go in there, and I understand the trolls now too. As a matter of fact, the trolls make a lot of sense to me now. But
is it starting to click?
yeah, no, it all starts to makes a ton of sense. But you see, the thing is that it just it's just one of those things. It sucks. I hate that I discover these things, but it's also making me understand and trust. I've already been through a lot with the people in this chat, and that's why Bernsey, I'm trying to treat you as delicately as possible. But please, dude, you got to stop looking at it with your bias. You came in because I told you she was cool, right? And now things aren't. You think that I'm different? You think that I'm a different person from the person that came in? I haven't lied. I haven't lied at all. I said she gave me $200 because she gave them to me. I didn't lie about that. I said that I called her friend because I wanted to stay over there. I didn't lie about that. I said I had feelings for Shannon. I didn't lie about that. So why all of a sudden is her word believable? Because what? Where are the things that okay, she said that she never said anything about me. Okay, cool. How is it that I get kicked out of F3 for all the messiness that's coming out of them before I do my live stream? Look at the timeline. She was making the things, and they were talking about all the dick pic stuff. She was bringing it up. She was drumming up those feelings. And she could say all she wants about that stuff. She could say all she wants. She could say, "Oh, I told Jerry I didn't like it. It was uncomfortable." That's what she does. Look at that guy Cap. That guy Cap. The guy Cap was sending her flowers. When she was cool with me, she was saying that the flowers made her uncomfortable. Then when she was cool with Cap again, then oh, it's not a big deal. It's a consistent back and forth, back and forth.
Queen, the rabbit hole is so deep that even if we start talking about Josie Wales, we're probably going to lose everybody because there's just so much information. But here's what I take away from it, right? I think we all make
Oh,
mistakes,
well,
and
hang on.
mistakes.
If
Go
that's the
ahead.
case, then I'm messing up the timeline. Then, but that's how I remember it. If but still, it was messiness in between both of us. This is again. I'm not trying to say that I didn't have some sort of culpability in this. But what I'm saying is that like I would not put myself in the same position that I was in when the scholar stuff came out. I was not trying to lean on her or anything like that. We had a personal relationship. We were talking to each other over the phone. And whether or not you can call that a relationship, whether you can say that it's something, whatever you could, whatever, call it whatever you want. I don't care. The point is that we had something. We were talking. It was personal. We had our personal numbers. It was personal. We had a falling out. Whatever. She decided that she was gonna say whatever she was gonna say. Now I don't know. I don't. The thing is that I was hearing people say certain things. It started getting bad because now I'm getting people telling me about the same stuff, about the grifter stuff, about pictures, about all this stuff. It just started getting to a point where I just want to have a conversation with her and let her know, like, why you keep saying all these bad things when it didn't go down like that. So all I wanted to do was have a conversation with her. That's it. She blocked me out. She wouldn't let me talk. She wouldn't let me defend myself. So where was I going to defend myself but my channel?
Typical. Let me just say this: we all make mistakes. Nobody here is innocent. But the way I look at mistakes is it's a learning opportunity. So if you make a mistake, learn from it and don't do it again. Because if you continue to do it, then you're not learning a damn thing. And that's what I'm trying to do. But it's just very difficult because I know I'm being trashed every time. And if you guys were in that situation, maybe your thoughts would change a little because you're not on the receiving end of that hatred like we are.
Right. And for everybody, for Shiz, I don't understand where you're coming from with that, man. I get what you're saying, but like I haven't I've you know what, I understand what you're doing. Trust me, I'm there. The thing is that I have to organize everything again. Okay, I don't have the same communications. It's all personal stuff. Okay, I'll get there. I'll get back to it. I'm just trying to rebuild certain things. So please, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But like it's not outside of the things that have been going on. I have to put these things out because this became a thing, and now everything is being convoluted with the scholar stuff, and the scholar stuff is not the same by no means. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Shit. You know that. Do I have to say? Do you want me to say that? Do you want me to say that it's a lot of money? Do you want to put Scott on blast like that? I'm not gonna. That wasn't gonna get paid overnight. It was gonna. And you know what? I'm already giving too much because you're here, and I'm being gracious with you because I understand that you're his friend and you care about him. But you know what? That's not fair. I have some situations that I'm dealing with, and I will take care of them, and I will be back to giving them money. So please,
No, Denny, I have to correct you there because obviously maybe you watch Shannon and maybe you've heard of me, but you don't really know me. But trust and believe she does trash her old community, the community
no,
that she
that
wants to segregate herself from. Now Jerry's not in that community, so he's like a whole new thing. But honestly, um
No,
We're
no,
not trying to
Shannon,
gang up on her at all. She does
we're
that
not.
though.
And yeah, and you know what? Shit, that's bullshit. All right, because I just finished telling you that I haven't been grifting anybody. I haven't been doing anything like that. She decided to help me because she wanted to. You putting that out there is the same thing that she's doing. It's all fucking bullshit. All right. If you don't believe me, go look at my shorts. She calls it a donation. It always was a donation.
Look at my playlist, man. I show hypocrisy left and right with that woman. And I don't monetize them
And
because I don't care about the views on those. I just want people to know the truth. That's all. And then,
I'm a
and then the
I'm a
videos will go
sympathy grip.
away.
I'm a sympathy grip. Okay, yeah. Look at all the money I'm getting for my sympathy. Come on, man. Look, your bias is showing. All right. You don't like me. It's cool. Just don't lie, dude. I haven't grifted anybody. That you can't. You don't have any evidence of it. I have evidence that says that it was a one time donation. One time, by the way, she decided to. I never asked. All right. I asked a friend because for a place to stay because I was actually trying to look to go back to California because I was offered a job opportunity. I never thought I would get it. It was a long shot. I asked. It didn't happen. That was that. I'm still here and I'm working and I'm trying to get back to working. All right. If you don't believe me, I don't care. It doesn't make any difference.
But here's the thing, Yeri, is like the more you talk about it, the more it's going to continue because now you're just giving her content, you know?
Oh no,
But
no, but
I'm
this
guilty of it, dude. I'm guilty of it too. But my community kind of already knows all of it already, so I try not to rehash it. But that is exactly what's happening. Is her people are
uh,
watching. They're going to email her if she's not already here,
shiz,
and you're
shiz.
going to
Listen,
give her content.
hang on, Tiffany, because you see, Shiz over here, Shiz is doing what I told you what was happening. That this is why I didn't want Shannon to continue talking about it because this is what happens here. You see, she's using that, she's taking that energy and using it to drum up feelings about something that I'm trying to fix because I have admitted that I did bad and I'm trying to fix it now because I can't be consistent because things happen doesn't mean that I've completely forgot or that I'm not going to get back to it. The only thing that means is that I'm fixing something in my life. Now, I'm sorry that you're not here to see what's going on with me. And I'm sorry that you can't see what's in my heart or what my intentions are. But you know what? That's tough luck because that's the way things are. If I cut off communications with Sato and I never talk to him and I cut off everybody that has anything to do with them, then you can come and say that. But I haven't done that. It
Well,
doesn't
then say
matter
it
about your
on.
receipts. It doesn't matter about your receipts because your receipts only mean what I've already confessed to, what I've already admitted to. I've never said to the opposite of it. You're saying you're trying to make me seem like I'm not trying to do that. You're being unreasonable and unfair because you're being biased because you don't like me. That's very different, Shannon.
VB, they're going to do what we all used to do. They're going to ignore them. They're going to look past the hypocrisies and contradictions until it affects them. And
I like to,
we can't tell them otherwise. You know, you have to learn the hard way. That's all it is, and that's
I like
fine.
to
But just don't say you
I,
weren't warned. That's all.
yeah, and I like to know why my actions speak louder and hers don't. Why is it that my actions are so hard scrutinized but hers aren't? I have
Wait
the
a
short
minute.
out there.
Wait a minute. You say that, okay, Denny, you say that she doesn't do this. She does this. She does this in her stream all the time. It might not be her whole stream, but why continue to bring it up? Because she can't help it. It's like a compulsion. But
It's a,
Yeri, I just want to say thank you for inviting me on your stream. I don't really want it to sound like a hate stream or anything. I
I
just
get
want
you.
people to know the truth and my truth especially. But I wish you well. I'll see you around. I gotta go because my husband's home and he takes
Oh no,
priority
yeah, go
over
handle.
all of this
No,
shit,
heck
you
yeah,
know? So
yeah,
um
real life. I got you.
real life shit, right? So take care,
Mm.
and you guys in chat, love me, hate me, be indifferent, but just pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Just Just pay attention, and you'll see it. You're smart. You'll see it. All right, guys, I gotta go. Take care.
All right, bye. Thank you for coming. Yeah, shiz, but you see, why don't you hit the link come up? Why don't you hit the link and come up? Listen, the thing is that you keep saying that, but I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying you're lying. I'm not saying you're being dishonest in the things that have happened and transpired about Scotto. Scotto happened, and I still have to pay for that. I've never told anybody that I paid Scotto back in full. I've never told anybody that situation is over with. I've told everybody that I'm still in it with that shit, and that that's why I find these things to be egregious and sensitive to me, because I don't want that. I really don't want that. Especially, you know, Scotto is being real patient with me and being real nice about the whole situation. And then he's gonna find out that somebody else is giving money. I understand that. I completely understand that. I don't like it. This is why I'm doing so much to show you guys that I was not being dishonest in any of this. This is what this stream is about. This is what all of this information is about. It's not about being dishonest. And Queen, if you could just hold in the background output, I'll bring you up once Shiz is done, because I don't want to. Oh, wait a minute. All right, that was
Oh,
close.
let me tell you something. I know we don't know each other, okay, but we have been knowing this lady for years, okay? We know how she is and how she get down. She have hurt our friends that was in wheelchairs, and everything. But let me tell you something, sir. You ain't got to explain nothing to no motherfucking body. Be your own man. Okay, fuck that bitch. Okay, she gave you 250 compared to the money that she passed out with the fraudulently with that GoFundMe money back in 2017 after her husband died, giving it to strange men on the fucking internet, destroying people's marriages like my friend Josie Whale, you know what I'm saying, in Hollywood Saint. Y'all don't know this bitch like we do. We know this bitch. She was in our circle, right with us until she broke away and got mad at Tiffany. Okay, this shit just started. She was with us for years and years upon years. So don't give me that motherfucking shit. You fucking millions of her. Okay? Bootlick all you want to, bitch. Defend all you want to. But let me tell you about our community. We stand united and we fall all together, bitch. You see how we all piled in on Mr. Yeerry fucking goddamn chat room to listen to our friend Tiffany. Just like she got y'all, we got us. Okay? She was part of us. Get it through your fucking stupid ass head. Okay? All right? You think this motherfucking shit a game? Now, what you should be doing is like, God damn, this bitch mammy fucking a 15-year-old boy. She's having a 15-year-old boy's 2 kids, and y'all approve of that behavior, though, right? And she telling the victim, I was raped repeatedly for 3 years, but bitch, you liked it. Don't give me that fucking shit. This dysfunctional ass motherfucking IQ bitch of 184. Bitch, go back and fucking do your research before you fucking try to jump on us or tell us what we don't know about that bitch. We know everything about that bitch. Now go suck a dick, bitches. Bye, Yeerry. Have a good one.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, you guys may not like how she expressed herself, but that I'm trying to show you, and I'm trying to just tell you guys that it isn't what you guys believe it is. I understand why you guys feel that way, and I understand that this brought up bad feelings. But this is why I'm bringing this up, because I want to show you that I wasn't trying to grift anybody. Now, like again, if your bias is that I forgot what you said, Shannon. Whatever it was, emotional grifting or whatever the heck, however you want to say it, however you want to say it. It was through YouTube, okay? If you want to say that that's what I was doing, whatever, you can label it that if you want to. That's your opinion. But that's not what I was doing. That's not what I was doing. I will say that I'm trying to cut out the personal. I'm trying to find a place where I don't, like get into my emotions too much. I have a lot of emotional things. I'm trying to separate myself from YouTube, but I didn't before I did that, before I took a break, I did want to clear this up because I feel that it's important. I don't want there to be bad feelings about the whole Scotto thing because I do have every intention to get back at paying Scotto. That's why I was looking for him because I need to get back to finding out how things that happened, Shannon, things that happened, I had to completely change bank accounts and stuff like that. So I don't have a connection to to the old stuff that where I would send the money. Okay, so I'm trying to get everything. Okay, there is no me trying to ask for sympathy here. I don't want sympathy. I just want people to understand that the old Jerry, the one that was doing things before, is not the one that you're seeing here today. And I'm trying really hard not to blame anybody for the situation. I want everybody to understand when it comes to the Scotto and those situations and why it's so sensitive is because of me. It's because I did that. And I'm trying to take responsibility for it. But it's also important for you to understand that I've been through some crazy shit and I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying to work my way out of it. It's happening a lot quicker than I thought it would. But again, I think that has a lot to do with the goodwill that I have been expressing, I have been showing. So I think I'm going to be back to being on a regular schedule with him soon, and I hope you see that. But you know, trying to drum up those feelings is not helping. I don't want anybody to feel like that because that is not what I'm thinking in my head. That's not how I feel. What? What are you talking about? Oh, okay. So if it needs to come down to that, I will bring you the receipts for that one too, Shiz. If you want to live and die on the hill of Shannon is my name, be my guest. Be my guest on that one because that's where I kind of told the line up to there. But okay, if I have if that's what it means to bring back any kind of credibility on my side, because I've already tried my best to try to keep it as low as possible when it comes to certain things. But you know what? Fine. You want to be on this side of what it is to be against Shannon is my name. You got it. You got it. Don't worry. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, yeah. Jesus Christ, man. It's like I you know what, dude? It's cool, man. It's cool. Like I said, you, I got you, and I'm gonna pay back Scotto. Like I said, I'm going to make sure that I pay back Scotto, and I'm gonna make sure that you get a receipt for it. Okay? Once I get back on track, not only am I gonna pay him back, but I'm gonna send you a receipt. I'm gonna send you one, Shiz, because now this has become a little too personal between us, and it never had anything to do with us. But you know what? You made it that way, so good. I'm glad. I don't want you guys to care about Shannon. I want you to understand my intentions, Lisa. That's what I want. See, the thing is that this drummed up a lot of bad feelings. As you can see, other people will kindly use it to drum up those feelings instead of actually giving me credit for the goodwill that I was trying to put out before. Now, sympathy, whatever, call it what you want. I don't know what to tell you. I was just being me. If being me it induces sympathy, well, I can't. I'm in a bad place. I have emotions that I can't control. Okay, I'm trying to get them under control. I'm trying to work on that. I'm not 100%. Like stable in those situations. Maybe I should take a break from the internet, and I probably will because I think the job that I'm working on right now is going to be more important than this. But the thing is that I had to clear this up because I didn't want any bad feelings. I don't like this. I don't want people to think that I fucked off Scott with somebody that I care about. That's what this means to me. That's what this is about. This is not about Shannon. I'm done with her. I could care less about her. The thing is that this drums up bad feelings. And I want to show you guys that I had no intentions to grift anybody. I have no intentions to do those things. And so I'm showing you that all of this was a convolution of things that were being said, hearsay, rumors, but it was never more than a one-time donation. And if it really says anything, Finko actually gave me more within a 1 month span. If you really want to say that I'm grifting somebody, but they all came through YouTube. I don't know what to do from here. Like I said, if Shannon would have sent me to hell and told me not to talk to her again and never would have said a thing, then I don't care. Obviously, those things were coming out. She didn't say certain things in a certain way, but they were coming out because I was getting it. I was getting it. It became a mess, yeah, because I tried to cover it, like try to cover it instead of trying to explaining it or whatever. But then again, like I said, I was cut off from Shannon, and I could not speak to her to tell her to stop doing that. So am I culpable in some of the mess? Yeah, I am. Am I being unreasonably judged because somebody went haywire and decided to make a big mess out of something that wasn't anything of what people think it is? Yeah. I don't want anybody's sympathy. I don't want anybody to pity me. I'm getting better and I'm doing better. And I'm gonna get back on track. And it's gonna be in a better place than I was when I first started this. And I'm very thankful for everybody who put me on track. This means a lot to me. Whether or not you think that I truly feel that way doesn't make a difference because I do. Because I really do. And it really does hurt me that everybody would believe that I would be Scotto like that. That I would fuck him off like that. If Shannon would have given me any kind of um, strings with the money that she decided to give to me, I would have told her to take it back because I can't take on another debt. I wasn't even asking. Like I said, she was involved with me personally because she had my phone number personally. We talked personally. I try to avoid personal relationships with a lot of the people on YouTube. That's why I stay away from Discord because I don't want people to know that things are happening. I don't want them to feel like, oh, here we go again, or Jerry's trying to induce some sort of sympathy. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to get away from that. I don't know. I know that it didn't convince Shiz, but then again, Shiz is a very harsh critic, and again, everybody has their own way of seeing things. We all have our experiences. We've seen shit people, and so it's kind of difficult to not believe it when you see the behavior happen not too long after things happen. So I get that, Shiz, and I don't necessarily dislike you for it, but I'm getting a very bad taste in my mouth. Bernsey, I'm sorry. Like I'm not. I get it. You're a loyal friend, and I hope you see it. I hope you see it, man. I'm not just bullshitting. I'm not over here trying to trash somebody. It's my integrity that's on the line, and I'm not gonna cave for it. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not in question. I'm not gonna pretend like people are not gonna, like scrutinizing me over it. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail until my name is cleared because I have not grifted anybody. and I will get back to paying Scotto. I got you, but that wasn't me. And again, you don't know the history with this person. It that may not be a real thing, and these people may be emotional about it. Um, but I don't say that lightly. There are receipts. Yeah, I'm trying not to. Again, this is not easy for me, and I don't. You see, you guys gotta understand something. I'm not playing a game, and I'm not trying to do anything that would seem disingenuous. But the truth is that it does mean a lot to me, and there are hurt feelings, and I'm trying to keep it together. But I'm not. I'm not composed like that yet, and that's why maybe I need to take a break. That's why I need to go work on myself, and I probably will. But until then, I have an obligation to my integrity and to the good work that I've put in. I'm not going to let people discredit me for the work that I've done. And I will get back on track to paying back Scotto. Please do not, don't think that if I contact him is to try to, the only thing I want to contact him for is to try to coordinate something where I can get some money to him, all right? That's it. I'm not trying to do anything more than that. And I'm not trying to get emotional for any other reason than I'm trying to keep it in line. And that's it. All right? That's it. You know what? Maybe it isn't classy. Maybe I'm not class personified. And maybe you probably never see me that way. But I'm not trying to be classy. I'm trying to make things right. Anyways, I probably have one more thing coming out. Again, this hasn't been fun. I don't like it. I don't like trashing somebody that I just recently cared about. I I don't like all the bad feelings that have come across. I don't I don't need anybody's sympathy. I just need people to believe that they can trust in me. Because I don't want to lose that. Bernsey, man, again, dude, I just want you to take a step back. Just take a step back, man. You know that you know all the battles we had with K4. It's easier. It's easier to fool somebody than to make them believe they're being fooled. I went. I'm doing the hard one right now. So, anyways, thanks Tiffany for showing up. I thank everybody in the chat for showing up. You guys have been great. I appreciate the support. Uh, uh, um, again, Shiz, I know that I don't know, man. I fucking like. Um, I see you, Queen, but I gotta go. I don't have time. If you have a stream or something, let me know, and I'll go with you. But I really gotta go. I have things to do, and I usually cut it around this time. I usually only do 2 hours, so I will talk to you on the next one. Make sure you make it to my next one, and we can have a conversation. Okay? Thank you. I appreciate you for coming up. Yeah, I know, and it's fine. Again, this is not for me to go up against Shannon. Shannon is what she is, and she will, and people that truth will come out. But the main thing I wanted my people to understand is that there is no way that I'm leaving Scotto behind, and there is no way that I stop that. I went through it. I went through a situation. I've been out of contact, and I've been trying to reconnect with them. If people want to get in between, at least do me a favor and make it easier for me to contact him so I can get things together and I'll be able to pay him back. It doesn't help me to continuously drum up bad feelings that have nothing to do with current situations. I have every intention to pay back Scotto, and I have taken responsibility for that. I'm not out of debt, and I'm not out of it. But continuously bringing it up is not good either. I don't, like I said, I don't hate the people that have been doing it from the beginning because you guys know the history, but that's why I expect you guys to have at least a little bit more sensitivity towards Scotto and try to acknowledge that I haven't ran. I'm doing everything to show you that I'm not the guy that did that to Scotto. I'm not perfect, and I don't know if I would be able to like control myself. I'm trying, but it's not fake, and it's not some game I'm trying to fucking play. Thanks. I'll see you guys on the next one.